The C# programming language offers a rich development environment for creating robust applications. Let's start out by looking at a simple C# program. Here's our application. The first thing you notice is the using line at the top of the program. Every C# program will start with a set of using statements. Using system tells C# that we want easy access to all the class libraries under System. The class libraries under System include a large set of useful functions. That's why every C# program includes the statement using system. The next thing you notice is the class definition that encloses the rest of the application. A class definition starts with the word class, followed by the name of the class, in this case, Hello World, and then an open brace. The closing brace ends our class definition. The placement of the opening brace can be on the same line as the class definition or optionally on a line by itself. Either one is fine. We choose to put ours on the same line. Every C# application is made up of one or more class definitions. A simple C# application, like ours, will have just one. Every C# application also needs to have a main method inside one of its classes. A method holds a sequence of C# commands. It's equivalent to a function or a procedure in other languages. The main method is where every C# application starts its execution. Don't worry about the definition details of the main method just yet. We'll discuss them later. Inside our main method, we have a couple of C# statements. These are known as write-line statements. They display the text enclosed in quotes. Console write-line is an example of a function in the system class libraries. Just as in a class definition, the contents of a method are enclosed in braces. That's it. We have our first C# application. A C# program is generally saved into a text file with a .cs extension. This becomes our C# source file. The file name can be anything, but it is typically named after the starting class, that is, the class which holds the main method. In our case, we have a single class definition called Hello World, so we save it in a file called helloworld.cs. To go from a source file to a file that can be run, you must use a compiler. When you compile your .cs source file, you will end up with a .exe file. You can then take this .exe file to any machine that supports the .NET framework and run it. Let's compile our program using the C# compiler. The C# compiler is called CSC and is accessible through the command prompt. There are several ways to create and compile C# programs. If you have purchased a copy of Visual Studio, you can use its integrated development environment to write and compile C# programs. Alternatively, you can download the C# Software Development Kit at no cost and use any text editor, like Notepad, to write your programs. To simplify our learning process, we postpone the discussion on Visual Studio until Module 8, where we discuss GUI-based applications. Here, we assume you have used a standard editor to write your C# program. Whether you have the Visual Studio installed or the SDK, the CSC command is available via the command prompt. Let's compile. You need to give CSC the full name of your C# source file, including the .cs extension. The prompt comes back. It tells us that our source file compiled successfully. Not very exciting, but it's always a good sign when there are no error messages. If we make a mistake in our C# source file, like forgetting a semicolon, the C# compiler will complain and refuse to compile our code. If we do a directory listing, we see we now have a .exe file. Let's run this. And here's the output of our program. Let's walk through our code. When we type Hello World, the C# runtime environment looks for the starting class in our program. That's the class which holds main. It then finds the main method inside that class and runs the commands or statements in main, one after another. C# programs can be either console-based or GUI-based. Console applications are text-based and use the command window to display their output. GUI applications use the graphical windowing system. We'll start our course by writing console applications until we become familiar with the C# programming language. We'll move to GUI programming in Module 8.